Yeah, the great challenge of this book is going to be to the way we currently and historically have conceived of ministry and leadership in the West. Through our denominational templates, if you delve into them, the traditional churches talk about the offices of ministry, and they talk about that as being in the pastor and the theologian, as being the only two offices. The Reformed tradition is very strong on that, the Lutheran, the whole, pretty much most of the church has locked the other ones out. America does value to some degree the ministry of the evangelist, but they never get the title. Funny that. All we're saying is that for those who are of the status quo kind of variety of ministry, which is in other words the prevailing forms, the very leadership that is hosting those forms and maintaining them are going to find themselves stretched to some degree. We hope that in the name of God's kingdom and the cause of the church, that they would find enough in their heart to actually allow space for others to emerge and to begin to find their place around the table, because we believe the situation demands it. But it's going to take some engagement with the structures of the status quo and our institutions that have embedded a certain understanding of the church and its ministry deep within to our kind of consciousness, and we need to expand that outwards, as Tim has already said.
I'd say the most challenging part of the book is challenging us to reconceive of a broader view of leadership and ministry. And what that inevitably does is if you're in a current position of leadership and it's defined very narrowly, and then someone comes along and it expands and broadens the definition of leadership and invites different kinds of leaders into the team and into the mix, then that can be a bit threatening when you've had sort of a monopoly on who can be a leader, what legitimate leadership looks like. And so the challenge in this book is it's not to debunk or delegitimize our current forms, which are predominantly shepherd and teacher. What we're saying is we need to expand it. And that's ultimately a challenge to our more shepherd and teacher people in the body, to say, look, we value you. We value what God has designed you to bring into the equation, but it's not enough. And we need to reintegrate the apostolic, prophetic, and evangelist types of ministry and leadership if we're going to achieve and become a permanent revolution.